Hi there, this is Chris with Peace of Mind Art and Crafts, and I'm here today to show you a few ideas on what you can do if you're stuck at home and you don't have any supplies, or you don't have many supplies. I'm going to show you how to make some tags using things that you can save from your clothes tags and different other tags that you get supplies on. For example, this one was a tag that came on some bath sponges. It had a little hole up here and attached to the bath sponges, and then it had the lettering in the middle here. I just cut out circles and glued them over the top, and makes a nice little tag. Then I added a piece of lace on the edge for the tab. I can still put anything on here that I might want. I probably will wait until I actually make a journal and then decide what to put on based on the colors and so on. I could put a saying, or I could put some more seaside stuff since this has shells on it. So this goes to show. Here's another tag that I got, and usually they come with a string or a ribbon on them too. And this was from a company. I believe it was a handbag. I'm not sure. But all you have to do is cover the front and back of the tag, and then you've got your own tag. Here's another one that I made from a tag, and it's nice. They usually have kind of a heavier cardstock, and I just covered it with a book page. And then I added some paper over the top that I fussy cut, some clocks. And on the back I added some another piece of paper, cut to size. Then I inked around the edges. Sometimes these tags come in white, sometimes in black. And you can use the tag as part of it, or you can just cover up the whole thing. This I put some lace across the top, and underneath I placed a piece of a lace for the tab. So there I had 2 tags for my ephemera pile without very much work. So let's make a couple. Let me show you this. This comes often on clothing, and it attaches the tag to the piece of clothing. It's called a bulb pin or a garment pin, and you can use these. You can put charms on the top of them, or excuse me, not on the top. You can put charms on them and then use them on the top of various other ephemera or journal covers and so on. I always save these because you can buy these, but you might as well save them if you got them free. So these are ribbons that came on clothing. You know how they have those in the shoulder areas? They have those ribbons that attach to the blouse or the garment. And I never used them. I think they're for hanging purposes, hanging on the hanger. I've never ever used them. I've always cut them out. So I just save them. They're pretty good size ribbon. So I save them. And let's go ahead and make one. Here's a tag that I had, that I got. It actually had this nice tab already on it, and it's all black. So the whole thing is black. The only thing that it says is the name of the company that made the garment, Jane and Delaney. I'll say their name since I'm using their tag. Thank you for the tag. I think what I'll do is I'll put I'll glue this memo paper inside, and that's how I'll make the little tag. Let me put some ink around the tag before I glue it down. And that'll be the space inside the tag for writing. Here's my art glitter glue. This paper I just got off of an old notebook that I had. So it was basically free. I was just using something I already had. Center that. Sit down. Get that excess glue off of there before it dries. Yeah, that's the inside of the tag. Now the outside of the tag, I'm simply going to place a piece of lace on the top. Kind of place it down further to cover over the name on the bottom. Okay. Now I can further decorate it if I want. See what else I could put on it. Possibly a piece of lace going across the top. Let's try that. Okay. Looks nice. Can trim this off. Okay, we've got the tag on here, the topper on here for the tag. Oops, got a little bit of glue on there. That happens. Just take a wet wipe. And if you get it quickly enough, you generally can get it off. Okay. Since I was telling you about that little bulb pin, let's get a charm and see if we can put a charm on here. Sometimes I put a charm up on the top of the tag too. I tie it into the to the ribbon or the string that I use on top. But since that's already on there, I don't want to have to take it off or anything. So let's see. What can I put on there? I want it to lay fairly flat. How about if we use this one? It says peace. I hope that you all are doing okay in the days of stay at home and work from home. Thank you to all the people who have jobs that require you to work, to go out in the world and work, including all the healthcare workers and the grocery store workers and the trash pickup people. And I, for one, really appreciate you. Okay, I like that. Isn't that nice? This is peace. Okay. I'll call that one finished. Drink of water here. I can add something later if I wanted to. This vintage tag I actually cut off of a clothing tag, so I can use that. Just have to ink around it a little bit maybe and use that. Okay, let's try another one. This tag I've already started. It was a clothing tag. You see the back of it? And I covered it with paper that I had stamped. I stamped an image of a girl on there. This paper is from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And a lot of times for my paper for these tags, you can use scraps that you have. I have a whole folder full of scraps to go to when I need them. And, you know, when you use a scrap, it's kind of virtually free because otherwise you might have just tossed it. This way you're using it for something you can use in your journals. Okay, this one I think I was going to cover with this paper. Now this paper I crinkled up. All I did was like wad it up like this. Crinkled it up. And then if I go over it with my ink, you can see all that crackle stuff through there. Now I want to place this tag on it, and then I can cut around it. Use my art glitter glue again. Now before I added this paper to the back, I did cut a hole in the front paper, so I know where the hole is, or a good spot for it. Place my glue all around. You can also just use, if you don't have any clothing tags, another good thing to use is just plain cardboard, or like old food boxes. You can take down your food box, your cereal boxes, and that type of thing, and you can make tags from those and then just cover them. That's another way of getting free cardboard. I just like these tags. I like to save them because they already have, you know, things on them. They have the ribbon on the top usually, and sometimes they even have a design that you can use in your actual tag, and just cover over part of it that doesn't have the design that you like. And I do recycle all my little bits of paper that I can, and bigger pieces too that I'm not going to use. Okay, so now I can do my little hole. I'm probably going to connect two videos here, so if I cut off abruptly, then you'll know that I'm coming right back with the second part. Okay, so now I think I'm going to dress up this girl a little bit. I cut this piece of lace that I had. This is from an old table runner that I had. I've used it a lot. I still have some little scraps left from it. So it's a scrap bonanza. And I'm just going to put glue on her waist, and then I'll put some glue on the actual skirt. Go. And it's okay if it extends a little bit beyond the tag. Okay. Let's see, let's put on a little flower on her dress. You could actually try to find a flower that matched this color. I did try to find one, and I didn't have one that was that color, so I'm just using a white flower. And you can use a bit of lace on the bottom if you want. Tag. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave her blouse like that. Let's get a bit of bling here. I could use ribbon or really basically anything for her skirt band, but I think I'm going to use a little bit of this silver ribbon. Okay, and this stuff has a sticky back. However, I always put glue under it too, just to make sure it stays down. If you wanted to, and if you didn't have this lace forming this nice little row of roses down here in the bottom of the skirt, if you didn't have that, you could also put bling down here in the bottom of the skirt. Just turn it up a bit, and that would look really nice. Okay, let's see. Let's put on a. Whoops. Let's put on a ribbon. I think I'm just going to use part of this because I can save it for something else. So put this in as a topper and pull it gently. Let's cut a little diagonal cut. And I did get this one of the ribbons off the shoulder of a garment. Okay, let's ink around this a little bit, give it a little bit of an edge. I don't have to go too much around it, but a little bit. Move my ribbon out of the way in a minute. Okay, so put a little bit of ink around this side, although that side's already been inked. And you have a nice little tag for your journal. This would look nice in like a fashion journal or a journal for a, you know, like a memory keeper's journal for your daughter or granddaughter. Okay. Let's move on to another one. This one I already covered. This was a ribbon, like a ribbon roll. And I also need to cut a hole in this one. I don't have a cutter that's that size. That's kind of a nice size. This tag was also from some ribbon that went around here that I got. Let's see, Paper Studio. So I got it at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to put this on there. This will be a kind of on the back, so there'll be a place to write. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue right on the tag. And the reason I'm putting it on the tag is because this is bigger than the cardboard that I'm gluing it to. So I want to make sure I don't have a bunch seeping over the sides. am I doing on time? I have a couple more minutes. And then I'll have to start another video, but I'll link them together. Okay, and then I'll just cut this to match the other one. Good. Sometimes it's hard to get this exactly right, but if you ink the edges, that's one good thing for covering up any of the white that might show on the edge. I think that's a good reason to ink the edge. But you don't have to do that. It's perfectly okay if you don't like inking the edges. Okay, let's do the hole. And oops. Now this was originally a tag that had ribbon going around it in this center part. So I might try to do something with that. Okay, let me get this is my ribbon ring that I've used a lot. I have these for sale on my Etsy. It's the ring that I have a bunch of ribbon tied around, and it comes with a bunch of ribbon tied around it, and then as you use it, then you can add some of your own ribbon scraps to it. I think I'm going to use, I saw a butterfly ribbon here. What happened to it? Here it is. Okay, I don't know, did we? We'll probably go around once. I think I'll put it down here. Okay. Okay, starting back up again. I put the butterfly ribbon around the side. Just going to put a little bit of glue under here to tuck it down a bit. And then I tucked it down on the back. Maybe I can try one other ribbon. So I like that. Here's one that I like. This one. Let's put that one on there. Yeah, I'll leave a little bit of that paper showing through there. I'm just kind of doing this as I go. don't really have a plan for this part. Glue off. Well, I'm going to either get two X's together or two O's. It doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, let's put on a ribbon on this one. I'll use this one that came in the on the blouse. Okay, this one still needs some more on it. Okay. I think I'm gonna wait on this one until I decide what book on what journal I'm gonna use it in before I add anything to it. Okay, let's make another one. Here's one that should be fairly easy. I saved a mop-up ink paper towel. Actually, I think it was a wet wipe or a baby wipe that I saved. I kind of like what it says on the back of this tag, so I'm not going to even cover it. It says who, where, what, when, where. W5, I think is the name of the company. I am going to cut this tag off a bit. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I need to cover the top part of the tag, so I'll take this off for now. And glue that on. You can basically use any kind of glue you have on this. I would try to, if you have a tacky glue, I would use that. Definitely if you have the glitter glue, use that. That works really great. It's a thinner glue than tacky glue, but it holds really well, just like tacky glue does. Okay. And all we have to do is cut off the sides. You could also tear them if you want a kind of a raggedy look. Yeah, still have a whole bunch more of this to use. Kind of cool. Now this one does have a smaller hole in it, so I'm going to use my smaller hole punch. Okay. That's two. I'll use this. This is a piece of yarn that I've had for a while. Left over from a project, just was a little bit left, so I save all my yarn and then just use little snippets of it to use for this purpose, for tags and so on. It was funny. I heard on somebody's channel the other day, one of the other crafters was saying how here we are. For years we've been hoarding fabric and paper and craft supplies. Now we can say we're genius for thinking ahead. Now we have all this stuff, nowhere to go, and nowhere to go to buy more, so we can use up what we have. Okay, I like that. Once again, I don't know yet what I want to put on there, so I'm going to wait. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I like this vintage if it's small enough. It can hang over the edge too. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay. Here's a big one. This is packaging from Bo Bunny Stamp, and I'm going to use it on this. Here's the paper that I picked for the background. It's just pink and it has like some little stars on it. So I'm going to put it around the big tag. And because the back is fairly plain, you could write on it. Or also later on, you can put on some paper that has lines on it, maybe, if you want. I'm trying to get this as close to the edge as possible so I don't have to cut it off. I have to trim it. Just on a couple of sides. There we go. It's always fun to make things ahead of time and have them in like a little box. I'll show you my box that I made to keep my little ephemera in. There it is. This was before the coronavirus. I was walking through the grocery store and a guy was emptying these out of whatever they had in them and putting them on the shelves. So I grabbed one of these boxes, then I just covered it with old scrapbook paper that I wasn't going to use in for anything else. I made myself a little box, and now I can just go through it and look for different tags, and whenever I make a journal, and I can pull out things that I think might go in that journal. See, I am always planning ahead. Okay, so now this is going to go on the bottom. I thought this matched the letter C'est la vie. And this is a wrapper from chocolate. So, I don't know if I can still smell chocolate on here, but maybe. Let me use it on the bottom part of this. Since this paper isn't big enough, I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece to fit under here. I can find a piece that I think that might go. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of guess at it because I can cut it off after I glue it down. And I kind of like the way it looks kind of scrunchy. I think I might scrunch it up even more to really get that look. There. And put some glue on there. I'm going to try to get it fairly close to the edges. So it really sticks. Okay, just want to glue this piece down. I mean, look and see how I'm doing on time. Okay. A few minutes left. Okay, I'm going to try to set this on so I can center it. Actually, it goes to, put it to one side so we don't have to trim it off quite so much. Okay, let's trim this off. This was actually the hole. First I thought this was the hole that was in the card, but this was actually the hole that was in the paper. Okay. And once again, I can ink around this. This foil that was the chocolate wrapper is kind of thin, so it might tear a little bit in some places, but that's okay. Just dab a little glue on there and that ought to repair it. And I'll figure out where that hole is in here. If I can't, it really doesn't matter. I'll just do another one. Hole punch. I just eyeball it. You can measure it if you want to make sure you get it exactly in the middle. But that's the fun part about handmade stuff, is it doesn't have to be perfect and it doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. It's hard to get over that. Some people, it's really hard to get over that. Wanting to have everything be perfect and straight and on line and everything, but I never had a problem with it because I'm kind of a messy worker anyway. I believe in high quality of craft work rather than perfect. Okay, now you could, if you're the type of person that sews around, you could sew around this card, or you could ink around it. Should add something else to it. This might look nice with a little bit of lace added to it. Here's the pink side. Kind of like this ribbon. Let's try this. Although it did come with the black cord ribbon, which I'm going to save because I can use it on something else. Of course. I hope that you're all okay and feeling well. I know I said that before, but I can't say it enough. Now these pieces I am going to save in my little snippet box because I might even use them on my next video, because I'm going to be doing some snippets, some little pieces of paper that have things layered on them. Okay, I like that. I think we're good for now on this also. Let's see what else I have. Oh, here's one that we can do really quick. This is a tag for, that was some kind of bling stickers on there. And this is a coffee filter. So I'm just going to glue that down. See how fast we can go on these. Glue that down. Get around it. That's kind of cool. Just leave that on there for a minute. It's like a little fringe on the bottom. I don't know if I like it or not, but we'll keep it on there until I decide. Okay, let's see, this can be where you write. The edge of this. And I have already cut this piece to size, just to make things a little faster. When you're doing a video, it's kind of hard because you want to show every single little step, but then you don't want people to be, oh my goodness, is she ever going to finish? So I try to do a few things ahead of time. Okay. This up again and this down. I think I might be okay with that. And we're going for fast on this one, aren't we? Okay, let's go for fast. Cool. Let's go ahead and use this one. have a minute to put on a charm on this. To do it, to decide quick. Something that's kind of flat, maybe. What did I do with that little? I had a little dragonfly out. I don't know if I used it or not. Okay, well, I'll put that on here. Now these dragonfly charms are kind of the same on both sides, so I don't really have to worry about getting it exactly right. There we go. Got a dragonfly on there. And we could also put something else in there if you wanted to. Probably a saying or something, but for right now we're running out of time, so let's go ahead and call these finished. The ones we did today. Thank you for joining me. Please check out my Etsy site if you'd like to see more of the work that I do. And I wish peace of mind to everyone. Thank you.